tonight, as the world outside quiets down and your thoughts begin to float like soft clouds, I'll tell you a gentle story. It is not about kings or dragons or wizards, though you will find magic in it. This is the story of a world made of blocks, a world with no rules at first, where trees float in the sky, mountains rise like stairs, and animals wander with pixel feet. But before that world existed, there was a man, not a hero from an ancient tale, but a quiet builder. He sat alone, late at night, in front of a glowing screen. His room was still, his tea was warm, and in his mind, something curious was beginning to form. He did not have a big map or a grand plan. He simply had a feeling, a spark. What if there was a place where anyone could build anything, where the only limit was your own imagination? This story begins in that quiet moment, in that tiny spark of thought. It will carry us through rainy nights and sunny, code-filled mornings. It will walk through caves and across grassy fields. It will tell us how one little idea grew into something that millions of people now call home. So let your eyes rest and your mind wander. You do not need to mine or build tonight. You only need to listen. The story of Minecraft is waiting, and it starts right here. Long before there was a world of blocks, there was a boy who loved games. His name was Markus, and he lived in Sweden, where the winters were cold and the nights were long. As a child, Markus did not play outside as much as others. He preferred to stay indoors, where he could explore new ideas using his computer. He was quiet, thoughtful, and curious. He liked to take things apart just to see how they worked. He taught himself how to code by watching and trying, typing slowly at first, then faster as he began to understand. The more he learned, the more he wanted to create. Not just little tools or tricks, but entire worlds. Markus worked on many small games in his spare time. Some were simple, some never finished, but each one taught him something new. He joined online communities where people shared games and helped each other solve problems. It was not about money or fame. It was about creating something fun, something different. Over time, Markus got a job as a game developer. He helped make games for others, and he was good at it. But deep down, he still dreamed of making something on his own. A game that was peaceful and open. A game where players could explore without being rushed. A world where there were no winners or losers. Just endless space to build and dig. One evening, after work, Markus sat down at his computer once more. He started typing. Just a little idea at first. A simple world made of blocks that could be placed or removed. There were no monsters, no goals, no rules, only the quiet rhythm of creation. He did not know if anyone would like it, but that did not matter. He was building something that felt right. He named it Cave Game. It was small and simple, but it had something special. The feel of discovery. The joy of shaping the land one block at a time. It was not polished, it was not pretty, but it was honest, and it was his. Markus did not know it yet, but he had just placed the first block in a game that would change the world. A game called Minecraft. when Markus made his first little version of the game. It was nothing more than a quiet test. He called it Cave Game. It had a flat world, some blocks, and a player who could place or remove them. That was all. But it felt different. Even in its quiet, blocky state, it felt like it could become something more. Markus kept building. Each day, he added something new. First, he made the world generate randomly, with hills and trees and caves. Then he gave the player a hand to place blocks and tools to dig. Soon there were clouds in the sky, shadows on the ground, and grass that spread slowly across dirt blocks. He shared it online. Just a little post on a small forum. A few people tried it. They liked it. They asked questions. Could you add water? Could you make night fall? Markus listened. He worked on it after his day job, sometimes late into the night, with only the soft click of keys and the hum of the screen around him. People began to call it Minecraft. It was a simple name. Mine for digging, craft for building, to actions that shaped the heart of the game. Markus released early versions to anyone who wanted to try, even if the game was unfinished. He let players shape the world with him. They sent ideas. They found bugs. They posted pictures of castles and caves and roller coasters made of blocks. Each change felt like a puzzle piece falling into place. Markus added new materials. Coal for torches, iron for tools, sand that could fall, lava that could burn. The world began to feel alive, even if it was made of sharp corners and square edges. Soon there were animals, chickens that clucked, pigs that snorted, cows that mooed softly in the distance. The land had life, but still there was no real danger. It was peaceful, quiet, like a sandbox left in the sun. Then came night. Markus added a day and night cycle. At first, it was beautiful. The sun would set slowly, and the sky would turn dark. But something else came with the dark. Creatures, the kind that made players run. Zombies that moaned, skeletons that aimed, and the creeper, the one that hissed and exploded when it got too close. Now, players had a reason to build, a reason to craft tools, dig shelter, and light the way. The game still had no levels or final boss, but it had purpose, and it was growing. Minecraft was no longer just a quiet project. It was becoming a world. Minecraft grew one block at a time. Each update brought something new. A sound, a creature, a material, and with each addition, the game felt more alive. But Markus never rushed. He listened, he observed, and slowly his tiny world became something people could get lost in. One of the most important features was crafting. Markus gave players a way to take simple things like wood and stone and turn them into tools and items. Sticks, swords, shovels, and torches, all made from blocks they had mined themselves. The recipe system was quiet and clever. It made you think, but it never shouted. It felt like a puzzle, soft and satisfying. Then came redstone. It looked like dust, but it carried power. Players began to make doors that opened by themselves, lights that blinked in patterns, and even machines that could play music or build by themselves. Minecraft was not just a game now. It was a tool, a toy, a universe. As more people joined, Markus added more layers. Biomes began to form, each with its own feel. There were snowy plains and deep jungles, deserts with temples, and oceans filled with secrets. Players traveled far, always searching, always curious, and the world kept generating endlessly. Some updates brought peaceful beauty, flowers, music, the soft shimmer of rain. Others brought challenge, poisonous spiders, deep strongholds, and the mysterious end. But none of it came all at once. Minecraft never shouted for attention. It whispered, and people listened. By now, Markus could not do everything alone. The community was growing fast, and so were their needs. Bugs to fix, questions to answer, ideas to consider. He hired a small team and formed a studio. It was called Mojang, which means gadget in Swedish. It fit well. Minecraft was like a digital gadget box, full of things you could shape. The game was still in beta, not officially finished. But that did not matter. People were building worlds inside the game. Some made cities, others made art. Some used it to teach, others just played with friends. It was simple, but that was its strength. Blocks were all it needed. Markus had built a game, but more than that, he had built a blank canvas. And the world had picked up the brush. As Minecraft grew, something unexpected began to happen. People did more than just play. They shared screenshots of their houses, videos of their adventures, songs made from noteblocks. And slowly, a community began to form. Not one made of roads or buildings, but of people. Players from every part of the world, drawn to the same quiet space made of blocks. Some made videos showing how to build things. Others told stories inside the game, using the world as their stage. A few made maps with puzzles and traps, designed to surprise and challenge others, and players listened, watched, and joined in. They left comments. They offered help. They became part of the world too. Markus watched with wonder. His game, once a simple project on his own screen, was now alive in hundreds of different ways. No two players saw Minecraft the same. Some stayed in peaceful mode, building gardens and cozy cabins. Others fought monsters deep underground. Some played with friends, some played alone. But they all felt like part of something bigger. The community also helped shape the game. They posted ideas. They found bugs. They asked for features. And Markus listened. If many people asked for something, like weather, or boats, or new animals, it often appeared in the next update. The game became a kind of quiet conversation, where every player had a voice. Players also made their own changes to the game. These were called mods. Some added new tools. Some changed the way blocks worked, and others made entirely new worlds. Minecraft was becoming more than one game. It was becoming many, each one built on the same foundation, each one a different dream. Events started popping up, online gatherings, contests, even real-world meets. Players wore blocky costumes, shared tips, and played together. Minecraft was no longer just a program. It was a place. And that place was growing every day. Through it all, Markus stayed close to the community. He replied to messages, posted updates, and watched as the world he started became something much larger. He had created a spark, but it was the players who turned it into a fire. Minecraft was not just his anymore. It belonged to everyone, and it was just getting started. As more players joined, the world of Minecraft expanded faster than Markus ever imagined. What started as a quiet project had become one of the most talked about games in the world. But with that growth came new challenges. The code needed cleaning. Servers needed stability. Updates had to be tested. There were more players, more questions, and more bugs than ever before. Markus knew he could not handle it alone. He brought on new developers, new artists, and new friends to help carry the weight. One of them was Jens Bergenston, known as Jeb. He had a calm way of working and loved the game just as much. Together they planned features and fixed problems, often listening to feedback from the community. They added beds so players could rest through the night. They added hunger to make survival more real. They added enchanting to give tools and armor magical effects. But even with all these new ideas, they kept the same spirit. Minecraft was still a place of freedom. You could still choose how to play, fast or slow, alone or together, creative or careful. Some updates brought new dimensions. The Nether was a fiery underworld, filled with danger and strange blocks. Later, they added the End, a dark space where a dragon waited. These places gave players a sense of direction, a distant goal if they wanted it, but they were never forced. You could still live in a tiny farm or build a treehouse forever if that made you happy. The music changed too. Gentle piano melodies and soft background songs filled the air. They did not interrupt. They drifted in and out like dreams. The music made the world feel calm, even when you were far underground or lost in the woods. There were problems, too. As the game got bigger, so did the attention. Other companies started copying Minecraft's ideas. Some people complained about features or bugs. Others argued online about what should be added or removed. But through it all, the core stayed the same. Build, break, discover, rest. Markus and his team kept working, though the weight of it all began to show. He still cared deeply about the game, but it was no longer just his project. It was becoming something else, something global, something massive. And deep down, Markus started to wonder if it might be time to let go. As Minecraft continued to grow, the little team behind it needed more space, more people, and more time. So Markus made something official. He started a company called Moteng. At first, it was small, just a few people in a cozy office, working side by side, solving problems and dreaming up new ideas. They did not wear suits or sit in silence. They shared snacks, talked about blocks, and laughed when the creepers exploded in the wrong place. Mojang was not like most game companies. There were no long meetings or complicated plans. The team moved in a rhythm that felt natural. They added what felt right. They removed what felt wrong. They trusted their players, and the players trusted them back. Jens, or Jeb as most called him, slowly took the lead on Minecraft's development. Markus stepped back a little, watching from the side. It was not that he stopped caring. He just knew that the game needed more than one mind. And Jeb had the same quiet respect for the game's simplicity and charm. Mojang began working on new features. Villages appeared, full of tiny people with long noses and simple trades. Wolves could be tamed into pets. Strongholds and dungeons were hidden deep below. Enchanting tables glowed softly in quiet rooms. Each update added more mystery, more fun, but always with care. Minecraft never became loud or shiny. It stayed soft. It stayed square. People began using Minecraft in new ways. Schools used it to teach. Artists used it to create giant sculptures. Engineers built working computers inside it. There were concerts and classrooms, museums and models. Minecraft had become more than a game. It was a space for learning, for sharing, for dreaming. Mojang also created Minecon, a gathering for fans. Players flew from all over the world, wearing costumes and carrying handmade swords. They met the developers, asked questions, and celebrated a game they loved. It felt like a family reunion, even if no one had met before. Back at the office, Mojang remained small but strong. They worked in calm rhythms, releasing updates, slowly, always listening. Minecraft was not a trend. It was something lasting. Markus, now watching from a gentle distance, saw what Mojang had become. His idea had become a home for millions, and the team he trusted was building it brick by brick. Soon, the world would change again. But for now, Minecraft was in good hands. For a long time, Minecraft had been growing quietly. People played it in alpha, then beta, watching as the world changed with each update. It was not a finished game, but that was part of its charm. Players liked being part of the journey. They helped shape the world with their feedback, their creations, and their curiosity. But eventually Mojang decided it was time. Time to move Minecraft out of beta. Time to officially launch it into the world. The team chose a special event to mark the moment. Minecon. It was 2011, and fans from around the globe gathered in Las Vegas. Some wore creeper hats. Others brought homemade swords or pixel costumes. Parents came with children. Friends who had only met online saw each other in person for the first time. Markus, standing on stage in a black shirt and jeans, clicked a single button on a large screen. That was it. No fireworks, no grand speeches, just one button. And just like that, Minecraft was officially released. The crowd cheered, but the game had already been a success long before that moment. The launch was more like a quiet ribbon on a gift that had already been opened. Players had spent years building castles, exploring caves, crafting stories. Now, it was simply official. After the release, Mojang continued to grow. New team members joined. More features were planned. The updates kept coming. Jungles with tall vines, temples filled with traps, new creatures like ocelots and bats. The world kept expanding, but the feeling stayed the same. Minecraft was still peaceful when you wanted peace. It was still dangerous when you wanted challenge. It still gave you the freedom to play however you liked. Magazines wrote about it. Teachers used it in classrooms. Kids played it after school. Adults played it to relax. The game was on computers, then on consoles, and later on phones and tablets. It was spreading, not because of ads, but because people loved it. Even players who did not build great castles or fight the Ender Dragon found joy in small things. Watching the sun rise over a calm lake, planting wheat in neat little rows, hearing the soft footsteps of a pet wolf behind them. Minecraft was full of tiny moments, and each one felt like a story. With the official launch behind them, Mojang looked ahead. There were new updates to plan, new ideas to explore, and more players joining every day. Minecraft was no longer just a game. It was a world, and the world was still growing. As the world of Minecraft grew bigger and brighter, Markus watched from a quiet place in the background. He had made something special, something people all around the world had come to love. But even beautiful things can become heavy when you carry them too long. Markus never set out to become famous. He liked quiet days, warm drinks, and writing code. But now, millions of players looked to him with questions, requests, and sometimes complaints. The pressure was constant, and the joy he once felt had slowly faded into something less fun, something more like work. So one day, Markus made a gentle decision. He decided it was time to step away. He wrote a message, honest and soft. He said he was not a leader. He said he did not want to be the symbol of a game or a company. He had created Minecraft because it was fun, but now it felt too big, too serious. He wanted to return to smaller things, simple projects, quiet days. Markus left Mojang, not in anger, not in sadness, but in peace. He trusted the people he had worked with. He trusted Jeb, who had already taken over much of Minecraft's development. The world would keep growing without him, and that was okay. Fans reacted in many ways. Some were surprised, others understood. A few were even afraid of what might happen next. But the game did not stop. The updates continued. Mojang kept listening. Jeb and the team still cared deeply about every detail, every block, every player. Markus did not disappear completely. He still posted online, still talked about games, still shared thoughts from time to time. But Minecraft was no longer his to shape. It now belonged to the people who played it, and to the team that nurtured it. It is not easy to let go of something you love, but sometimes stepping back is not the end of the story. Sometimes it is the beginning of something new. And so, Markus walked away from the world he had made, leaving behind a quiet legacy made of grass, stone, and dreams. The creator had left the game, but the game was just getting started. Not long after Markus stepped away, Mojang entered a new chapter. In 2014, the company was purchased by Microsoft. It was a big moment. The number was large, $2.5 billion. Headlines were everywhere. Some fans were nervous. Would Minecraft change? Would the magic be lost? But Mojang stayed steady. Most of the team remained. Jeb continued to lead development. The updates kept coming. And Microsoft, rather than taking over everything, mostly stepped back and offered support. They gave Mojang the tools and space to keep doing what they did best. With Microsoft's help, Minecraft began to grow in new directions. It became easier to play across devices. People on phones could play with friends on computers or consoles. New versions, like Minecraft Bedrock Edition, helped bring the same experience to more players, no matter how they played. There were more adventures too. New mobs like polar bears and llamas. New blocks like concrete and coral. New places like ocean ruins and bamboo forests. Minecraft kept its soul, but its world became richer, deeper, more alive. Microsoft also helped bring Minecraft into classrooms around the world. Minecraft Education Edition was created to teach math, science, history, and teamwork. Teachers used it to show how electricity flows, how ancient cities were built, and even how coding works. The game became a learning tool, and students explored it with joy and curiosity. Even with all these changes, Minecraft stayed familiar. The music still floated softly in the background. The sun still rose over Blocky Hill. Players still started with nothing but a fist and a dream. The world remained theirs to shape. Some players missed the old days, when updates were small and surprises were found in secret. But many welcomed the growth. Minecraft was no longer just a quiet indie game. It had become a global experience, supported by one of the biggest tech companies in the world, but still rooted in creativity and choice. Markus, watching from afar, said little, but his creation was in safe hands. Microsoft did not try to rewrite Minecraft. They simply helped it stretch its arms a little wider. And so, the little game that started in one room in Sweden was now everywhere. On screens big and small, in schools, in homes, in hearts. Minecraft had entered a new age, and it was still made of blocks. Today, Minecraft is not just a game. It is a universe. It is a soft space where people build, explore, learn, and rest. From tiny homes made of dirt to massive cities floating in the sky, the game holds every kind of world, every kind of dream. Children play it after school. Adults play it to relax. Friends build together across oceans. Families create stories in blocky forests and snowy plains. Some play to explore. Others play to survive. Some play to tell stories, to build machines, or to just walk through fields and watch the sunset. The game continues to grow. Every year brings new features, new mobs, new places. Bees now buzz in flower-filled meadows. Axolotls swim in caves filled with glowing vines. Villages are more alive than ever. with farmers, librarians, and golems keeping watch. The world feels more complete, more real, while still keeping its peaceful shape. There are servers for every kind of play. Role-playing servers, competitive games, quiet worlds meant for building and reflection. There are even entire libraries inside the game, filled with books from around the world, made to spread knowledge where it is needed most. Minecraft has inspired books, toys, shows, and even other games. But through it all, the heart remains the same. Blocks, tools, imagination. The simple joy of shaping the land, one cube at a time. The community continues to shine. Players share ideas, stories, and creations. Some have played for over 10 years. Others are just starting now. But all of them walk on the same pixel ground. All of them are part of the same soft world. Mojang still listens. They test new updates carefully. They read feedback. They take their time. Minecraft does not rush. It grows like a forest, slow and steady, always changing, always familiar. For those who played since the beginning, it is a world full of memories. For those playing now, it is a place to dream. And for those yet to begin, it is waiting, always ready, always open. Minecraft today is not about reaching the end. It is about the quiet space between, the torch you place in a cave, the farm you build beside the water, the stories you tell without words. It is still, in every way, a place to begin. Thank you for joining me on this quiet journey through the story of Minecraft. From a glowing screen in a quiet Swedish room to endless blocky worlds across the globe, Minecraft has always been more than a game. It is a space for ideas, for peace, for play. And like any good story, it grows with each person who steps inside. Maybe tonight you'll dream of redstone and rails, of soft music and pixel suns. Maybe you'll walk through forests made of blocks, or float above the clouds in a castle of your own design. Or maybe you'll simply rest, knowing that somewhere out there, a quiet world is always waiting. A world made for everyone. A world made of blocks. A world where every story is your own. Good night, sleep well, and may your dreams be crafted gently, one block at a time.